Show in these streets, talking Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Bama men's basketball, the #1 seed in the SEC tournament. Brandon Miller, SEC Player of the Year, Freshman of the Year. Javon Quinterly, co-sixth man of the year. But and also we had the NFL Scouting Combine on last week. A lot of your Crimson Tide football alums did their thing in the Underwear Olympics at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. But you're rocking and rolling right here in my own words. Yours truly, Stephen Smith, TDA. As always, we bring you the show from the Magic City of Birmingham. We stream this to you on YouTube. Speaking of a channel, you know what time it is. You tap that subscribe button right now. You hit subscribe, get every friend, every family member, every diehard Bama fan, casual Bama fan, consumer of Crimson Tide football to subscribe as well. Don't forget to hit the like button also. Give us that thumbs up, run those likes up right there. Trying to get this 50 likes out the gate starting the show. Daily Super Chat go $100. Daily Super Chat go $100 right there. We appreciate all of you. Gotta give a shout out to my man Calvin Ridley, who's been reinstated into the NFL after serving that 1-year suspension. He's back in the league with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The young man returns home to South Florida. We'll see how that does with him and Trevor Lawrence hooking up right there, quarterback and wide receiver. But definitely want to take your calls today. 205-448-1358, the number to call in. Let your voice be made known on the show. 205-448-1358. One more time. 205-448-1358. 1358. We want to hear from you. But Eli, we start this thing off by just recapping more things here from the NFL Scouting Combine as it ended on Sunday or over the weekend. Crimson Tide had some guys that really stepped up, enhancing their draft status for pro scouts, pro teams, coaches, owners, general managers, evaluators, things of that nature. We all saw what guys like Will Anderson was able to do. We saw what Bryce Young did in the team interviews and whatnot, despite him not throwing at the combine. We saw the Swiss Army knife Brian Branch put down some very good numbers there in what he participated in. But just some other things to recap. First and foremost, how about Jahmyr Zoom Zoom Fly Gibbs? Jahmyr Gibbs, of whom, Eli, you and I got a chance to eat with his adopted family at the All-State Sugar Bowl in New Orleans. So how about us there? But Jahmyr Gibbs, tremendous combine. 4.36 40 bang. And he's in the top 10 since electronic timing of the 40-yard dash started in 1999. Jahmyr Gibbs in the top 10 all time in the 40-yard dash. Once again, 4.36 40. When you go to the on-field workouts, no wasted movement from Gibbs. You see the quick feet, the cuts, the vision, the burst, the explosiveness, the get in and get at it and go. Like, he's got that type of ability. And we all know he can catch the ball at the backfield, led Alabama's receiver room, 44 catches a season ago, 444 yards, 3 touchdowns, had 10 total scores, 926 yards rushing. He is today's NFL running back. Now, of course, to me, I think he solidified himself as a mid-first-round pick. Somewhere between picks 15 and 20, Gibbs can come off the board. Whether it's to the Patriots at pick, I think, 17 or 18. There's several other teams out there that can use an all-around running back. He would love to go to the Dallas Cowboys. I know the Cowboys, they've got Zeke Elliott. They just franchise tagged Tony Pollard. Would they take Jahmyr Gibbs? Zeke is becoming way too expensive. I would do it. Would you come off Zeke? To some degree, you could say Tony Pollard is a bit better than Zeke is right now. So Zeke is becoming kind of expendable, in my opinion. So we'll see which team takes Gibbs, but 4.36 40, really, really good in those on-field drills. Enjoyed watching what Jahmyr Gibbs did there in the combine over the weekend. The next thing that caught my eye, Alabama's defensive backs in terms of Jordan Battle and DeMarco Hellams. Eli, answer this question for me, because you covered games much like I did last season. Was the secondary in that much disarray for Alabama, or was the coaching bad? That's my question, because Jordan Battle and DeMarco Hellams put money in the bank over the weekend. Jordan Battle ran a 4.56 40. Good time for him as a safety. Look smooth in the W drill, the gauntlet drill, like all on-field drills. Like Jordan Battle was getting it out there. And with DeMarco Hellams, Marco ran a 4.57. I didn't think Marco was going to run that. I had Marco 4.6. He goes 4.57. And then in every drill, he looked good. So to me, I'm wondering, were the safeties that bad? Or did Charles Kelly, safeties coach, not have these guys in position? That's all I'm saying. Because both of these two, that you see on screen, they tested extremely well in the combine. They balled out. And then, of course, kind of the surprise here in terms of an offensive lineman, I thought Tyler Steen did pretty good. I thought Tyler Steen had a pretty decent combine. Had a 30-inch vertical, 9-foot, 3-inch broad jump. Did the 20-yard shuttle in 4.59 seconds. He finished top performer of his group in all of those areas. Now, Tyler Steen, am I saying he's going to be a first-round pick? Of course not. Tyler Steen, late second, third, somewhere between the second and the fourth round, we Tyler Steen. I mean, to me, the one thing he's got to get better with is staying on his feet when he's going up against a lot of the better edge rushers in the NFL. In college, against some of the better edge rushers, they took him off his feet a little bit. He did give up 5 sacks, 12 quarterback pressures, I think, 16 or 18 quarterback hits. So for Tyler Steen, got to be more so on your feet. He did earn second team All-SEC, though, from the league's coaches. But, you had some guys for Bama that stepped up in the combine and enhanced their draft status. Now, Bama's first pro day will be on March 23rd in Tuscaloosa. So that'll be the first pro day. So teams will be able to come down to see these players in their element, do their thing on pro day. Second pro day will be on April the 6th, but the first pro day, March 23rd. Bryce Young will throw at pro day. He'll throw at this one. Eli Ricks, who didn't go in the combine because of a grade 2 hamstring issue, he will go at pro day. You'll see Bryce at pro day, Eli Ricks at pro day, Cameron Latu will do a lot of his stuff at pro day, Emil Ekiyor will do a lot of his stuff at pro day. A bunch of these guys will do a lot of their workout at pro day to where they can control the environment. And yours truly, Stephen M. Smith, I will be at pro day. This would be something good for me to take in, check out, and give the information to you of the Alabama football fan base. But end all be all here, Eli, there were guys that stepped up. There were guys who enhanced their draft status here at pro day, putting together some good work there on the field. But it'll be interesting to see what guys will continue to enhance themselves at Bama's pro day coming up here in the next couple of weeks. But we take our first break here on the show. Don't touch that dial. We're just getting started. Upon our return, we hit up those phone lines. We take your calls, your thoughts, your conversations on a Monday. Line us up. We want to hear from you after this.
Nine players have teamed up and released the Alabama Team Paper, which is a video yearbook they've put out for sale direct to fans. Now, for the first time, small dollar purchases from the fans can support the players as a group as well as a great cause, because $1 of every subscription payment is donated to the Boys and Girls Club of America. Be a 5-star fan base and support your team and a great cause with Team Paper. Check it out at teampaper.com/Alabama.
Remember the taste of Grandma's delicious sweets? Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes brings back those precious memories with just one bite. Each cake made from scratch. They make the perfect dessert to share with family and friends for any occasion, and ordering is easy. Visit emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Click the online store and shop. Then pick up your fresh cake at the kitchen in downtown Homewood. Order yours online at emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes, making memories from scratch.
All right, folks, we're back into the action from the break on a Monday. Hottest show on these streets, talking Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Folks, on tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Time, streaming right here on the TDA YouTube channel, we got the Bama Standard with Justin Riley, comedy legend Steve Brown, All-SEC linebacker and Bama legend Marvin Constant, two-time national champion, USFL champion, Bo Scarborough. Yours truly, Stephen Smith. We got the laughter, we got the comedy, we got the excitement, we got the Bama legends on the show. So the Bama Standard tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Time, streaming right here on TDA's YouTube channel. But we go to the phone lines to grab your calls. The call segment brought to you by the Blue Wrench Gang, 205-448-1358. And I'm going to call in there, 205-448-1358. We grab this call. You're live on the show. What's happening? How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from.
Hey, Steven, this is Corey calling from Trussville, Alabama.
Hey, Corey, what's happening?
Oh, I'm doing great. Steven, there's something that I've been trying to figure out here, and that is wondering if can Alabama put the fear of Alabama back in their opponents like they used to? Because I feel like it's been since 2020 since we've done that. And even though in 2021 we played for a championship, we still didn't lack that killer instinct, and we sure lacked it last year. But I feel like if we can, like I said, put the fear of Alabama football back in our opponents, that will go a long way into what I think will be a national champion. Because you're certain, and what I mean by that is that intimidation factor, because you're certainly seeing it over in Athens, Georgia, that intimidation factor. And I don't know why we've lost it, but if we can get that intimidation factor back, I think that'll go a long ways in determining not just like how far we can win another national championship. Now, of course, you have to have things go your way with injuries and win the right games, but still, I feel like we've lost that edge in a way. Wouldn't you agree?
Corey, absolutely. And part of getting that edge back, you look at this 2023 freshman class. A lot of guys in this class are straight dogs. They have that mentality. When you look at Caleb Downs, when you look at Justice Haynes, James Smith, Quay Russaw, a lot of guys in this class, Miles McVay on the offensive line, a lot of guys in this class, they have that mentality. And that's why Coach Saban went after a lot more of those guys in this class. Also, you look at the moves that Saban has made on the coaching staff. That speaks to it. Getting a tough-minded guy in Kevin Steele back in here. Getting the tough-minded former head coach and Ken Wisenhunt in here. Getting a tough-minded guy, though he's a young guy, he's still tough-minded, and Tommy Reese in here. And then one of the latest hires, support staff guy, you're bringing in a Hardin Harper who's kind of that same cloth. So I think even Saban knows that in the last couple of years, the program has lacked that killer instinct, that tough mental makeup. Just I'm gonna just ram through you despite what happened. So I think that the moves being made on the coaching staff and also how Alabama recruited this 2023 class and a lot of the guys coming back from this past season, I think you're gonna start seeing that killer instinct come back a little bit here.
Correct me if I'm wrong about this. If Alabama, well, not if, but when Alabama beats Middle Tennessee, isn't that Nick Saban's 100th home win?
That would be the 100th home win, yes.
That's just unbelievable, isn't it, Steven? I mean, Nick Saban to be here so long and to have 100 home wins, that's just incredible, Steven.
I mean, it really just speaks to the consistency that Coach Saban wants to have, and he knows it's burning him on the inside to see, the last two national championships are over there with Kirby Smart in Athens. I understand some people would say, but, Coach Saban helped produce Kirby Smart, so Coach Saban should be happy about that. And in retrospect, maybe there is a little bit of happiness, but at the same time, Saban's as competitive as they come. So Saban's like, hey, Kirby got two, but I ain't taking that sitting down. I'm still trying to show that I'm Nick Saban over here. So Saban's got something he's trying to brew up here, Corey. He's got something he's trying to brew up here.
And I feel like we will, because schedule is favorable, got the tough games at home. And I think as long as Alabama stays healthy, I know it's a long ways away here, I feel like as long as we get the right quarterback, whoever it is, and stay healthy, I think Alabama will be just fine. I mean, I know Georgia right now is the top team, but I think it's hard to three-peat. It hadn't been done since the 30s. There's a reason why it hadn't been done. I think Alabama has a chance to knock off Georgia if they was to face off, and I think Alabama's going to be an angry team this year.
They got the tools, Corey, to do it. Appreciate Corey calling in out of Trussville. Bama's got the tools to do this upcoming season, and it's like Corey mentioned, you look at whoever wins out this quarterback situation between Jalen Milroe and Ty Simpson. Whoever takes that, and if the whole team can stay healthy, that's number two. And number three, if there's a quick buy-in from everybody to what's being sold here about this culture, if there's a quick buy-in, Quarterback, you got to hit that correctly, absolutely. Players have got to stay healthy, no doubt about that. But I think the number 3 thing that some people at times forget about, that buy-in from every single player, that buy-in from every single coach, that's a big deal also. All 3 of those things. But 205-448-1358, the number to call in to give your opinion, your thought on this show. Want to hear from you. 205-448-1358. Going to our call topic here, Eli. We got Bama in the NFL as the NFL New Year approaching. It'll be here on the 15th of this month. You got everybody trying to get new contracts, new deals, franchise tag, all this stuff. The Las Vegas Raiders have decided to franchise tag Josh Jacobs. They put the tag on him. Jacobs will make a little over $10 million in 2023, this upcoming fall here, on that franchise tag. So Josh Jacobs joins Deron Payne as the second former Bama player to get that franchise tag for this offseason. Now, for Tua Tagovailoa, the Miami Dolphins are still wondering, do they pick up the 5th-year option on Tua's rookie deal? They like Tua. They want to have Tua for a long time. But the general manager, Chris Greer, is still like, concussions, we don't like that, want Tua to stay healthy, which is the reason why Tua is taking judo and jiu-jitsu to prevent himself from having these types of concussions. So Miami kind of wondering, do we exercise the 5th-year option on Tua's contract? They have until May the 2nd to put that deal there in place. But the Las Vegas Raiders have put the franchise tag there on one Josh Jacobs after he won the NFL rushing title, 1,653 yards rushing just a season ago with 12 rushing scores. But we go to our break here, folks. We'll touch that down. When we get back, we're going to dive into the big ace of a hire that Saban made in terms of the support staff on this Alabama football program. We get into the hire right after this.
Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month, or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide.
This is Matt Caddell, former Alabama wide receiver, and you're listening to In My Own Words with Stephen M. Smith with Touchdown Alabama Magazine. And I got 2 words to say, baby. Roll Tide.
All right, folks, we're rocking and rolling back in here to the action on the hottest show on the streets, In My Own Words. Yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Got the man, Eli Walker, in the production studio. Continue hitting that thumbs up, tapping that like button, showing that support, hitting subscribe as well. That daily super chat go $100, $100, daily super chat go right there. All donations welcome and appreciated. Getting back to tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Time, got the Bama Standard streaming right here on TDA's YouTube channel. We're going to have an awesome guest from the Bama Standard. Darren Mustin be on. Former Alabama linebacker. He played on the first Nick Saban team for Bama in 2007. Played with Coach Saban and Kevin Steele. Darren Mustin, 07. He's coming on the show tomorrow. He's got a lot of insight into Kevin Steele and what Bama fans should expect. So check out the Bama Standard tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Time, right here, TDA's YouTube channel. Here with the man, Darren Mustin. It'll be a great show right there. But, folks, Bama got another ace of an intriguing hire as far as the coaching staff at Alabama, and this time in the support staff role here. And this ace hire I'm referring to is Hardin Harper. Harding Harper, who will serve as the assistant director for player personnel for the Crimson Tide. Harper, who served in this exact role at the University of Houston and did some great things there, did some incredible things there. And now he's coming to Alabama to serve in that same role. Coach Saban brings in a sneaky good hire. This is a really good hire here from Coach Saban. Another one of those tough-minded guys that can relate to players, that can motivate players, that can meet guys right where they are. Not going to have that buddy-buddy ordeal, but going to get the most out of every guy he's around. Developing guys into men, both on and off the field. Harper's going to do that for the Crimson Tide. If you look at his background and his credentials here, this is a reason why, if you're an Alabama fan, this is a very good hire here. First and foremost, the guys from the state. Birmingham native is Hardin Harper. Number two, played his high school ball at Carver High in Montgomery. So he comes from the pipeline. Sean Deion Hamilton, Mac Wilson, and when you got your recent two players, James Smith and Quay Russo, Carver High School. That's where Hardin Harper played his high school ball. So he's got a recruiting tent right there at Carver. He's from Birmingham. He can recruit Birmingham. But he played at Carver in Montgomery. He's got his tent right there also. Harper has a footprint in the SEC, going back to Saban loves getting guys that got a footprint in this conference. Harper, footprint in the SEC. Played his college ball at Vanderbilt. A linebacker for the Commodores. He helped James Franklin get Vanderbilt to 2 9-4 seasons, 2012 and 2013. Was a two-time captain, Harper was. In terms of him in coaching, he has spent time at various programs, whether it was at Colorado, whether it was at Missouri, whether it was at Houston, whether it was at Lycoming College. He spent time at various programs as a linebacker coach, as a graduate assistant, as an intern. He was an intern at Penn State. At Houston, not Houston, at Colorado, he was a scout. He was a part of scouting, recruiting, where the Buffaloes were concerned. And then at Houston, once again, assistant director for player personnel. And he's also the cousin of former Alabama safety Roman Harper. I mean, look at that. Cousin of a former Bama safety, in-state guy, played at Carver High School, footprint in the SEC. And for Hardin Harper, a lot of his stuff's going to be recruiting. And the big thing for a player personnel guy, you got to be able to recruit, especially in-house recruiting, reeling in those top prospects. So you got to be able to recruit. He'll do that. He'll play a big role in terms of strength and conditioning. He'll play a big role in terms of, helping guys, academic student services, transportation, travel, things of that nature. He'll help students out facility-wise. He'll do a lot. Hardin Harper will do a lot. He will bounce different game planning ideas off of Coach Saban, off of the other coaches in the room. So this is another strong hire. Another big-time hire here for Coach Saban, joining what he's already put together with Kevin Steele, with Tommy Reese, with Charlie Strong, with Robert Bala coming in, with Jake Long coming in as an analyst. Saban's putting together a staff here knowing that, hey, if I'm going to disrupt the momentum going on with Kirby Smart at Georgia, every last move that I make, it's got to be smart, it's got to be calculated, it's got to fit. It's got to fit well. And so far, these moves are fitting. So far, these moves are stacking up quite nicely here for Coach Saban. But Hardin Harper, Bama native, coming from Carver High School in Montgomery, got a footprint in the SEC. He served in some various roles here across college football. And now he's coming to the University of Alabama in the support staff role. This is going to be nice right here to see, what he does. But we take another break right here on the show. Don't touch that dial, folks. When we get back and return the phone lines, we grab your calls, your thoughts, your conversations. Light us up when we return after this.
Every sports fan deserves the proper representation. Whitwell Sports introduces to you the Title Towel. Wave that Title Towel in the air like you just don't care. In support of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Only $9.99 and it lasts a lifetime. Head on over to whitwellsports.com and get your Title Towel today. Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide.
All right, folks, we're back into the action from the break. Hottest show on these streets. Talking your Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Got the man Eli Walker in the production studio. Continue hitting that like button, tapping that like button. Give us that thumbs up right there. Running those likes up. Appreciate you guys subscribing to, making this your place to talk Bama football. Gotta shout out my man Bill from New York with that $5 donation, dropping the love in the bucket. Appreciate that from Bill. If you check out RollTide.com right now, Alabama has updated its roster with some new height and weight on some guys. Looks like Chris Braswell may be the biggest guy in the outside linebacker room. Braswell's time. Step up there as that next great pass rusher. You look at the height and weight for all of these offensive players, this offensive line, offense can be based off of physicality, out of ground and pound, out of run game, and then working off of that with play action pass. I've already said, if I had to pick the offensive line right now, I would have it from left to right. J.C. Latham, Tyler Booker, Seth McLaughlin, Caden Proctor, Elijah Pritchett. That'd be my offensive line starting 5 from left to right. Now, would Saban agree with me and have it as such? I hope. Really hope so. That would be my offensive line starting 5 right there. As you guys are getting your thoughts in, 205-448-1358. Number to call in. Let your voice be made known on the show, 205-448-1358. And the call topic right here, Eli, and this one right here. The Tennessee Titans, are you serious right now? Are you really shopping around Derrick Henry? Tennessee, are you really shopping around the heart and soul of your franchise? And a guy that's been the heart and soul of your franchise since he got there. Derrick Henry, 2015 Heisman Trophy winner at Alabama. Henry, former second-round pick in the 2016 draft. He's entering his 8th NFL season. In 7 years, though, 4 1,000-yard seasons, including a 2,000-yard season in 2020, where he NFL rushing champion, first-team All-Pro, NFL Offensive Player of the Year. He's a 2-time NFL rushing champion, 2019 and 2020. He's the all-time, I think, leader in Titans/Oilers history for rushing touchdowns. He's over Earl Campbell and Eddie George. Tennessee, what are you doing? You're shopping Derrick Henry? I mean, are you trying to let go of everybody but Ryan Tannehill? What the world going on? I don't know what Tennessee's thinking. I really don't. If Derrick Henry gets traded, whoever gets him, it better be a deep playoff team that is just a running back away from a Super Bowl. That's what it better be. It better be somebody on a deep playoff run that, you know what? Eli, could you imagine the Chiefs getting Derrick Henry? I'm just saying. But better yet, Eli, better yet. Would the Eagles take Derrick Henry? I mean, I'm just saying, you got Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a battery ram as it is. You have a second battery. How about that? No, Eli, no, wait. The Dolphins get Derrick Henry. Now, hey now. Miami get Derrick Henry. Look out. I'm just saying. You want to talk about taking some pressure off Tua? You want to talk about taking some pressure off Double T in the morning? Hand that ball off to El Tractor back there. Yeah, that 6'3", 250 pounds give everybody else a punishment. I'm Miami, hey, Derrick Henry, Miami. I dig it. I don't know what Tennessee's thinking. I don't know what John Robinson and that Titan organization is thinking. Shopping around Derrick Henry. We'll see what becomes of this thing. But we're going to take our final break here, folks. When we get back, we have a discussion on the most intriguing position battle for Alabama this spring. Aside from quarterback, because everybody's talking quarterback, but in my opinion, the most intriguing position battle. We'll get into it to wrap things up after this.
Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month, or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide. Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
All right, folks, here we go. Hottest show on the streets here, talking your Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Appreciate you guys checking us out on this evening. Once again, tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Time, streaming right here on the TDA YouTube channel. We got the Bama Standard with Justin Riley, comedy legend Steve Brown, all SEC legend and Bama legend at linebacker Marvin Constant, two-time national champion and USFL champion Bo Scarborough. Yours truly, Stephen Smith. We got you covered here on the Bama Standard. Tomorrow, we got Darren Mustin, former Alabama linebacker, who's on that 2007 team, the first team under Coach Saban and Kevin Steele running the defense. Mustin's got a lot of insight on one Kevin Steele, so you don't want to miss that. Check that out tomorrow, 6 p.m., the Bama Standard. We got you covered right there. But interesting discussion here in our most intriguing position battle for Alabama heading into spring practice. Everybody's talking quarterback for obvious reasons. I get that. Some may say defensive secondary. I, for one, understand that too. I'm looking at, though, wide receiver as the most intriguing position. And the reason why is, who emerges as the number one guy? Last year, for the first time in Bama football history, Bama did not have a number one receiver. Didn't have it. No one really stood out as the number one guy. Players had flashes, yes. Ja'Cory Brooks had a flash or two. Jermaine Burton had a flash or two. You had some guys that had a flash or two. But no one just really stood out and said, hey, I'm that guy. Come to me every single time. And in years past, we grown used to seeing Alabama have that one guy. Whether it was Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Calvin Ridley, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, Henry Ruggs, they could be that one guy at any given moment. Those three were just that good. Jalen Waddle. Devontae Smith. I mean, Jameson Williams, John Mechie. Like, Alabama was used to at least having that one guy, at least that one guy that could just take it over. They didn't have that guy last year. This year, do they have that one guy? I mean, is it really Jermaine Burton? I mean, he started to pop back part of the season last year, but is he really that guy? Be the number one guy? Is Ja'Cory Brooks that guy? Can he be the number one? Is he him? Right? Is it Isaiah Bond or Kobe Prentice that could be that number one guy? Could it be one of these newcomers? Could it be Malik Benson? Transfer from Hutchinson Community College? Could it be Malik Benson? Could it be Jalen Hale? Jaron Hamilton? Could it be? I mean, that's why we love spring football, right? We get the understanding of who could be the number one guy in that wide receiver room. Or will it once again just be wide receiver by committee? I think you kind of have to have that number one guy, Eli, just due to the unprovenness you got at quarterback, right? Because, I mean, Bryce Young could make anybody look good. He really could. But between Jalen Milroe and Ty Simpson, they got to have that one guy they had that connection with. They could go to the well. Because Alabama's kind of in this transition period where you're bringing in a Tommy Reese who's more so in the mind frame of ground and pound, 12 personnel, use the tight ends a lot, use the run game a lot, lean into your offensive line, operate off play action. That's what Tommy Reese does. So when ushering in this transition, you got to have a quarterback that's got a receiver that he can connect with. When he's in a jam and a bind, get the ball to that guy, right? Like, remember when Lane Kiffin ushered in that transition in 2014? Blake Sims had that guy that he connected with. That was Amari Cooper. When I'm in a bind, go to 9. No, Coop, right there. That was Coop. I mean, A.J. McCarron would have had that guy. In a bind, go to Kevin Norwood. No, A.J. kind of had that guy. In a sense, no, Greg McElroy had that guy. In a bind, go to Julio Jones. Greg and John Parker Wilson kind of shared it. In a bind, go to Julio Jones. But the point being is, when Bama's been in a transitioning period, that quarterback finds that receiver, that one guy, they know. I go to this guy, he's going to make a play. In recent years, Mac Jones, go to Devontae Smith. There it is right there. 2021, Bryce Young, I need a big, massive play. Jameson Williams, where you at? There's the ball to Jameson Williams. So, whoever wins out at quarterback, will he have that receiver he can trust, he can go to, he can depend on? Who becomes the number one at that wide receiver position? Who rises to the top as the number one guy? That, to me, is the most intriguing thing here entering spring football. And we're gonna get a chance to watch that unfold firsthand. But as always, people, you want the best in news, notes, information, entertainment on your favorite program, that being Talking Tide Football. You can access this by getting the Touchdown Alabama magazine app. You can download the app from the iPhone App Store if you're rocking Team Apple. Google Play Store if you got the Android phone for your audio needs. Check us out. iTunes or Apple Podcasts. Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn Radio, Overcast.fm, or iHeartRadio. We got you covered. The good and gracious Lord sees fit. I'll try to be back on Wednesday, continuing the conversation that is Bama football. Remember, Tide fans, you can purchase individual copies of Touchdown Alabama magazine. Have those sent to your door. That link found in the description if you're trying to get your hands on the fresh edition, print edition of TDA the magazine, you go to touchdownalabama.com. You click join, become a member or a subscriber today. That link in the description. Gotta shout out you guys, the incredible fans of Bama football, for all the calls, all the conversations, hitting that like button right there, all the likes, the donations, you making this your show, your network, your channel to talk Crimson Tide football. Gotta shout out my man Eli Walker in the production studio one time. And for handling that business. Tomorrow, folks, you check out the Bama Standard, 6 p.m. Central Time, streaming right here on TDA's YouTube channel. Till next time, folks, husbands, love your wives. Wives appreciate, value those husbands, children. You guys continue doing the right thing, fun thing, smart thing, good thing, legitimate thing to not be bored there. Get that schoolwork done as well. Get you those 3 hearty meals a day, those 3 great laughs a day. You protect yourself. You protect the loved ones around you. Until next time, folks, I'm your man, Stephen Smith, and you've been listening to In My Own Words.